Welcome to another thrilling, exciting episode of the Venus and Mars Show, where we discuss the differences between women and men so that way we can know the differences between each other and be able to communicate more effectively and efficiently. And so thank you for coming to the show tonight. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer DeVoe Muse. You can find us on we're Get Real Global TV. We're on YouTube, Twitch, and TikTok. Just type in Get Real Global TV. We're also Get Real Global Radio, KGRL, on Spreaker. You can also find us on iHeartRadio, YouTube Music. We're on Amazon Music, Audible, Apple Podcasts, Deezer, and a bunch of other sites. We are distributed by Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, and The Orchard by Sony, as well as 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. I'm your hostess with the mostest, Jennifer DeVoe Muse, again, like I said, and welcome to the Venus and Mars Show, and welcome my wonderful, lovely co-host, China Myers from Pennsylvania.
Hi, everybody!
I have not come up with a nickname yet for you, and I don't know if you want one or not. Well, you know, because Amy Bowman is the sultry. Amy Bowman's the sultry songstress. Skylar Staver is the Mac Daddy of metal.
Love it.
I don't have a nickname for Samantha either, so
We could call her Glasses.
yes, glasses. Anyways,
we had a great show coming out today. We really do.
Our co-host Samantha Bailey is just kind of like on hiatus right now. She'll be back with us when she can. So shout out to Samantha. We miss you, Samantha. All right. Tonight's topic on the Venus and Mars Show is going to be the biological versus social differences between women and men. So we're going to talk about some different things, like the biological aspects, stuff like scientific basis for biological differences between women and men. We'll explore anything from like brain structure, hormonal influences to physical and physiological variations. There's a lot of different stuff that impacts behavior, cognition, and even health outcomes. You know what I mean? Based on a lot of different factors. And then, so we're going to talk about that type of stuff. And then also social constructs and gender roles. We're going to examine how society historically framed gender roles and expectations. We're going to look at how cultural narratives around gender have shifted over time, particularly in the last century, and the impact of socialization on our understanding of masculine and feminine traits.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of like gender stereotypes and things like that. They're like hormonal, physiological. Yeah, exactly. And it also looks at our roles within the social norms and settings. You know, if you think about it, like you're going to act one way when you're with family versus another way when you're out with your friends.
Definitely.
And another way at work. You know what I mean? Every situation is going to be different. And also men and women handle those different relationships differently also than each other.
They think different. They think different than us. They have because of their wiring and their hormones and our hormones. We all think different because of that. Now, each individual's different. I'm a woman, you're a woman, but you're different than me, you know, depending on how you grew up or, you know,
where you grew up. Yeah.
So that makes us different. But as far as men are concerned, we're totally different. I mean, first of all, I'm pretty tough, but I couldn't beat a man.
You're talking about biological in the sense of strength.
Yes. Yeah.
Does it count that I have picked a man up off the floor and thrown him across the room?
Okay, well,
I'm also a bigger woman. I'm a little bigger than you. I'm 5'9". I'm 5'9". I weigh 200 and something pounds. I have that weirdo Hulkamania, like I don't know, I hate that person. Never mind. Let's just scratch that name. I have I'm sorry. I have like superhuman strength. I don't know what it is. I get that from my mother. It's really freaking weird. It's
well, like
not
I said,
a bad thing necessarily, but
yeah, and I'm a different built, and like I said, I'm only 4'11", but that's one thing.
a tiny little thing. I love it.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that makes us different.
Yeah, it's certainly a factor.
Right, because okay, so you're saying you have this superhuman strength. Do you have that superhuman strength 24/7 or when you get angry? Okay, because I think anybody, they say women could pick up a car if they get that angry. It's
No, well, that's part of it, but also just in the general sense that like I've done a lot of like hardcore male oriented jobs, like roofing and construction, demolition work, like I'm talking like with a sledgehammer even. Like a lot of I'm more that kind of person. I was a tool pro for Sears, if that says anything. But that's what I'm saying. Like I'm more that rugged, outdoors, down to earth, construction chick who grew up on farms and you know what I mean, had to like do all that extra hardcore stuff. You know what I mean, like. Yeah.
No.
So I'm used to doing a lot of physical type of stuff. Or used to.
Well, the only time I'm really strong is when I get mad.
Well, that's when it's a million times worse. So you might want to get out of the way. If I'm already that strong without being angry, can you imagine if I'm angry?
I know. My sister,
like I said, my nephew tells the story. My nephew tells the story all the time. He says, "Oh, Jen, I remember that time you had a guy grabbed up by the throat and threw him across the room like he was a rag doll." It was one of my exes because he decided to go there, and I don't like putting my hands on anyone. I don't like putting my hands on people.
Yeah,
it's PTSD trigger because of my mother. And ex-boyfriends and husband and whatever. I have that I don't like confrontation.
Right.
I don't like physical violence like that. Like I can watch physical violence, but I don't want to be involved in physical violence.
My thing is I have a limit. Like I try not to go past that limit.
Yes, most definitely. That's why I leave. I'll immediately shut down and I'll leave the room. I'll leave the house. I'll do whatever I got to do to distance myself so I don't get to that level.
Right. So to that point, physical characteristics, men and women have different hormonal systems, which can impact their body clocks and daily lives. They also have different genital and breast differentials, muscle mass, height and hair distribution. And then there's the gender role. Okay.
Yeah.
Men's gender roles are often associated with traits like dominance, assertiveness, and strength, like we were talking about.
Exactly.
Traditional roles for men include being the breadwinner. That's a traditional role, but that role's
that's a societal role. Yes, most definitely.
We talked about that the last show. That is changing.
Yes, where the woman is starting to be more the breadwinner. Yeah. And the father gets to stay home and be the single parent, or not the single parent, but a stay-at-home dad.
Yeah.
Versus, always like where the man's got to work and the woman stays home, and like, you know what I mean? Yeah. So there's been a lot of changes in that.
Yeah.
Alone.
Because I think back in the day, I'm a baby boomer. So I'm talking back in my day, you would never hear, unless I missed something, but you would never hear no man saying he's staying home watching the kids while his wife is working.
Oh no, no, not when I was a kid either. You would never have heard that.
No,
I don't think that was even a freaking thing until
right?
like 2000 or late 90s or whatever. You know what I mean?
And
It's only more of a recent thing.
Nothing against gay people, but a guy, if he would have heard another guy was doing that, they would have said, "Are you fruity? You know what's going on?"
Well, the one that stays home, maybe. No, I was kidding. No,
never know.
No, you can't. Know. You can't just say that anymore. Like, oh yeah, the one who stays home is more the feminine one. It doesn't work like that anymore. No. You know what I
mean? No, it depends on the situation. You know?
Oh yeah, every situation is different, and a lot of couples nowadays both work,
right?
Because it's expensive. Depending on where, I guess, where you live in the country, some places are more expensive than others, but it's expensive to live. Especially if you want to get ahead in life, like you want to save money, you want to buy a house, whatever.
That's the point. That's the point. If you got a guy or woman staying home while the other one's working, I would bet you it's because they're trying to save money on daycare, because daycare is very
daycare is not cheap. Yeah.
No.
I always used to just find some cheap babysitter. Yeah. That's how little I give a fuck about my children. I'm just kidding.
Well, I didn't want to do that because I was scared.
No, I'm just being stupid.
I found a church that was like, just give a donation. I was like, okay, I'm there.
Yeah, no, I didn't subject them to any of that, but I did have like I would always find babysitters that weren't, you pay them under the table.
Yeah.
Just like a regular old like person, sitter. But these were people I knew, obviously. It was just like they were way cheaper than if I had gone to a standard daycare.
Yeah. My mom did the same back in the day. She let her cousin babysit us. And I don't know how much she charged her, but what I do know is we got peanut butter and jelly sandwiches every day, and I hated that. Oh, I was like, I am not going back.
When my kids I liked it when my kids got to be school age.
Yeah.
Because then there you go, there's free daycare.
Yeah, right.
They're at school all day. And then I was fortunate for at least a few of those years, like 5 years or whatever. My ex Chris would take them to school and then pick them up and bring them home. You know what I mean?
Out.
So I worked and he stayed home. He was the stay-at-home whatever.
Well, I made sure I was home by 3:00. So I tried to get home before they did, and that helped a lot.
That wasn't always very often I was able to do that, unfortunately. Sometimes I had to work, second or third shift jobs just to make sure that we had, everything we needed. And a lot of times I'd work 2 jobs.
Yeah.
So I'd work a day job and then I'd turn around and work a job at night, like a few days a week or whatever, just to bring in some extra money.
You're so much like me. You're a hard worker, and that's I used to be.
Oh, I'm like.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm probably one of the most hardworking people I know on this planet.
I mean, you did what you had to do.
Yeah, I had to. Yeah, sometimes I worked 3 jobs. It just depended on what I had to do.
Right.
If I had to, I'd like, I'd lie and say I only had 1 job and I get food stamps, whatever I had to do. I didn't give a fuck. You think the government gives a fuck about us? No. So I don't give a fuck if I lie to them.
Well, I tried to get, I was just telling my husband this, I think last week. I remember one time I tried to get Section 8 and they said, oh, okay, fill out the paperwork. I went through all that rigmarole. And they told me I was eligible for $46. I was like, what? You can keep that.
Wait, for your rent to be $46 or for you to get $46 discount?
To get Section 8 to pay, how Section 8 pays for your rent?
Yeah, right.
They told me that I was only eligible for them to pay $46 on my rent.
Oh, that's it?
That was it. That. They said I worked too much. That's what the lady told me.
Yeah, no.
So
I'm all set.
what was she saying?
So I have to work less hours and screw my children over.
That's what basically.
Like I don't know, man.
I was like, no.
That's why I don't like welfare.
Yeah.
It's temporary assistance for needy families. It's not meant for you to be on for the rest of your life. Right. It's for when you fall down, when shit happens, and you need help.
Some help.
Yeah, but it's not meant to be. It's not meant to be for the rest of your fucking life. I mean,
no.
At least it's not supposed to be. Some people use it as a job. Some people use it as their job. You know, like, dude, you only get 5 years of fucking TANF or whatever, AFTC or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah.
They only give you 5 years, like 60 months.
Oh, really?
I don't know if it's per child or if it's just, I think it's just your clock. I don't know. I was always like, so 5 years. Well, I'm all set. I didn't want to fucking live off of that. No. They don't even pay your rent. Fuck that shit.
Well, I used to rent to people who were on Section 8. And the one lady came and she said, I know we're digressing, but this is a funny story. She said, oh, do you take Section 8? I said, yeah, I take Section 8. And she said, oh, yeah, okay, well, that's great. And we went up the steps. She went up the steps before me, and she was healthier than I was.
Oh, dang.
She was like moving up the steps. And I was like, oh, she got a lot of, I said, you have a lot of energy. She said, yeah. So then I asked her, how long have you been on Section 8? She told me 35 years.
What?
Yeah, for physical inhibitions or
oh, a physical disability?
Yeah. I was like, I don't even understand that.
What disability?
She was moving up the steps quicker than me.
That's what I'm saying. What disability?
I don't know. I don't know.
I think it's more.
Yeah. 30-something.
I think it's a mental disability.
Well, she's mental like a fox. Because they paid the whole thing, and that's what makes it bad, because you got somebody like that. She's in great health, and you had somebody like me with 3 kids and needed help.
Yeah, I know, right?
So it's not right,
No, I agree. There's a lot of
shady stuff.
Yeah, a lot of it's just like a lot of these people know how to work the system, though.
Exactly.
But I don't know. I'll just keep doing what I'm doing. I don't really want to be dependent on the fucking government, and I know eventually I'm gonna have to live off of my Social Security if there's any left by the time I retire.
Yeah. Well, could you put her in her bed? Well, you said it right, because when you need help, you get it. And it's like, if you're eligible, you get it. But if you're not, you don't.
Right.
And you have people out there really struggling, and they might need it,
Yeah.
So it's not easy.
Well,
but if you're under the wire, making, like I said, I was only eligible for $46. So that means I was under the wire. I made so much, too much, and it didn't make me eligible. And how many people have that story? It's terrible. But we also have a brain structure. The structure of a specific area of the brain differs between men and women. I never knew that.
Yeah.
I never knew, like, there's different parts of the brain. It's like, for example, NAH3 in humans is usually large in males than in females. It's larger. So
that part of the
brain is bigger than our part of the brain.
Oh, interesting.
And so if that's the case, why are we more sensitive and emotional?
Well, it depends on what part of the brain is that. What does it affect? What part of the brain what is it in charge of? Because every lobe or every part of your brain is in charge of something else. Some is for your memory, some parts are for your artistic ability, some are for math and science. I mean, every part of your brain is completely different. It depends on which part of the brain it is. Like, does that have something to do with emotions, or
I think it's the perineal nerves, spinal cord nerves, I believe. Hold on.
Oh, well, then that's more physiological than it is like emotional. That has more to do with like physical pain, more so sounds like, than like synapses and other crap like that versus versus emotional pain, because those are two totally different things. Because how men and women process physical pain as well as emotional pain are completely different from one another too, typically.
Yeah.
Let's see. There's also concept of gender identity, and how it challenges traditional binary notions of gender. Like, there's how men and women view gender is different too sometimes.
Yeah.
And the term gender in general. Everything's completely different now. You got binary and non-binary, and then you got people wanting to be called instead of being called she, her, or he, him, they want to be called they, them.
Yeah, I don't understand all that.
I kind of tended to notice. I don't know. I'm wondering if what the percentage rate is on people that classify themselves as non-binary.
Yeah.
Which is no gender. They don't see themselves as any gender. They view themselves as, they don't want to be seen for their gender, or they don't feel like, I don't know, a lot of people like that tend to feel like they're male and female and not necessarily all just one or the other.
Well, how about the cats? How about the cats? I don't understand that. They got
what?
Yeah, they got people that identify as cats. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and
oh my god, I just can't. Teach their own.
Yeah.
But today I identify as a Himalayan. Tomorrow I'm going to identify as a Persian.
That's funny, though. The one lady was fighting to get her son or daughter, I forget. I'd be lying if I said, a cat litter box in the bathroom.
What the fuck are you saying?
You can look it up. I'm not kidding you.
Oh my god.
She was fighting the school district. I forget where it was. But I did find out what that INAH3 was.
What is that?
So that part of the brain is it's INAH3, or the third international nucleus of the anterior hypothalamus. It is sexually difformic nucleus in the human brain, and a science study was done, and it said that in the brains of men, it's different than in the brains of men than in brains of women.
Yeah, but what does it control? My whole question was, what does that particular part of the brain control? Does it control any kind of motor function? Is it part of the nervous system? Is it part of the, every system is different?
It says the structural differences in INAH between homosexuals and heterosexuals males were present. Personality, or in early life, and aided in establishment of the men's sexual orientation.
What did you say it was again?
It says the structural
What I
differences.
mean, what is the thing called again?
INAH3. It's a part in the brain, and that's what
function.
makes.
Here we go.
Are you looking it up?
Cell group in the brain may be involved in sexual orientation and gender identity.
Right. Yeah.
Some studies suggest that INAH3 may be involved in sexual orientation.
So where is it in the brain?
That's what I'm looking for. It says it was a study done by Simon LeVay in 1991, published a study in Science, I think Science Magazine, that found that the INAH3 was smaller in homosexual men than in heterosexual men, and similar in size to that of heterosexual women. Interesting.
Very.
So that kind of sounds more like let's see. Other studies have found that is maybe exposed to lower levels of testosterone in homosexual men.
That's what I would think.
Or may have experienced hormone fluctuations during fetal development.
Because it's surrounding, it's the nucleus surrounding the parathymus. So I would think
gender identity, some studies.
Testosterone. And see, this is a theory of mine. Just follow me for a second. I think sometimes this could be the case when you have a gay male or a gay female. I've been doing some reading about the testosterone levels or estrogen levels. In fact, my granddaughter, when she was very young,
Samantha says she loves your hair.
Oh, tell her thank you.
Oh, motherfucker, you can watch, but you can't be involved. No, Sherry dipped out. Whatever. Thank you.
Thank you.
China says thank you.
When she was around, I think 3 or 4, she was starting to get breast.
Interesting.
And they said it was because her estrogen levels were very high. And I knew why. They ate a lot of chicken. And in those chicken, they give them hormones. Yeah.
Okay. I got you.
Yeah, and depending on the chicken, it could be estrogen hormone or testosterone hormone, depending on the chicken.
What the hell are you giving me in my chicken?
Yeah.
Suspicious shit going on with my chicken. I demand a recount of the chickens.
Yeah. Well, my mama used to say it's in the food. that's why people go crazy.
That's why people go crazy. See, that explains a lot. That's where bipolarism and shit really comes from. No, just kidding. I don't know.
The food or the water.
Crazy people have been around for fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and thousands of years, and I don't think that has anything to do with any damn nothing, because none of that crap, existed way back then.
Yeah.
I mean, in the sense of like, there was no like FDA and there was no growth hormones and all this other crap, because like hundreds of years ago, they didn't have nothing. They don't have none of that shit existed. It didn't only start existing in the last 100 years or less.
They had some crazy people.
Well, a lot of that might be from inbreeding.
How far back did they?
A lot of that might be from inbreeding.
Yeah.
Well, think about that. If you live in a small village of 50 people, and a bunch of them are related because they're all like cousins and like whatever. And
that's what I say about the Amish.
But that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. So like, how many people are just magically moving into your town, or you going somewhere else and meeting someone else? Like, I'm just saying, like, that's just kind of disturbing.
Well, here's
small communities, you have very few options.
Here's a question. You can't go and be an Amish. You can't do it. They got their family, they got their culture.
You can't just become an Amish?
No.
Like that movie with Tim, what's his name?
Nope. You can't
Tim the Toolman Taylor.
You can't become.
Did you ever see that? Did you ever see that? What's his name? The guy, what's that? Tim the Toolman Taylor.
Yeah.
What's that comedian? Wait. Oh, he's not paying a fucking attention. Anyway, the comedian who does that. Anyway, he did a movie where it was him and Kirstie Alley, and they were Amish, and it was a cool movie. Like they were rich and they were running from the law because like they skipped out on some taxes or did some shit, some shady shit.
And the Amish took them in.
And yeah, but they pretended to be Amish, like they. Oh. I'm your cousin Steven Yoder from such and such place. I don't fucking know. And they showed up just pretending to be their long lost cousin from some other Amish fucking community from somewhere else, and like,
well, they don't get no.
They're rich hiding out. And it was like, yeah, only in a movie. But I'm just like, that's not crazy.
Well, we got to have some Amish guest on and tell us the story because they're not getting no new people. All right.
I really how are they going to be coming on here for some reason?
How are they having children?
They don't do technology, China. You're from Pennsylvania. You're from Amish country. Don't you know these things? They're not coming on. They're not coming on a computer. I'm just gonna say that.
How did they find out about Trump? They voted for him.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They came out in the droves. So they got some kind of, maybe they got a radio.
Out. Why did Amish people vote for Trump?
They voted for Trump.
I'm very confused right now. And
you gotta look it up. I'm
sorry. He screwed over all the farmers last time around, so I don't really have much of a faith in him. But whatever. They must love him for some reason. He speaks their language, y'all.
Yeah. Well, if we have one on here, we could find out how are they being fruitful.
I don't know. Maybe they're modern Amish. I don't know, man. I don't know.
Anyway.
Amish are supposed to shun technology. I don't understand. Well, no, there's
the Mennonites. Mennonites. There's the Mennonites. And they
certain ones TV. Like yes, I think Mennonites do, and they can wear like sneakers, and they're not as hardcore as the Amish.
Yeah, my husband told me they even drive cars.
There's some kind of The
Amish have the horse and
buggies. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
It depends on how they like to live. Everybody's different. That's their choice.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's fascinating though about the that's a whole nother layer. That's a whole nother layer. I mean, in the sense of like if that could affect, I don't know, maybe why someone is or is not.
Well, back to the point.
Homosexual.
If they're having incest and making babies, there's going to be some mental retardation, stuff like that too, right?
Oh, well, yeah. I don't know. I kind of tend to notice this a lot with the wealthy. Like they want to keep the money in the family or the power and the whatever in the family.
That used to be a big thing down south.
Like royalty and stuff like that. They tend to marry within their own, set of families or set of whatever because of their, you know what I mean? But nowadays it's a little different. I mean, if you noticed,
it's against the law, isn't it?
Queen Elizabeth and her husband were second cousins.
Oh.
Okay. But Princess Diana and Prince Charles were of no relation to each other. You know what I mean?
We got it.
They were of no relation. And him and his new wife Camilla are also of no relation.
Okay, yeah.
So, you know what I mean? And then the two sons, Harry and William, is it?
Yeah.
The two of them also married outside of their family, especially Harry.
Right.
That's the one who married the Meghan Markle, right? Yeah. So then she's a celebrity or actress, whatever. So that's what I'm saying. Like, if they marry outside of the family, like a normal human being would, then the odds are their children will not be as fucking nutty.
I love that analogy.
So stop inbreeding is all I'm saying. Stop the inbreeding.
The message to everybody.
Stop inbreeding.
Well, here's
make
something.
These royals stop. No. It's wrong.
It says men tend to be more functional in approaching problem solving. Women are aesthetically orientated in addition to being functional. So women tend to be much more sensitive to sounds and smells than men are. And women are such tend to place a greater emphasis on atmosphere. Well, that might be true. If you ever go to a restaurant and you go there before like the ambiance.
Oh yeah, guys don't give a crap.
They don't care about that.
They just want to sit down, drink their beer, and eat some food. They don't give a crap that there's some fancy stuff on the walls, that the place is purple versus blue versus whatever. They don't care about all that extra. They just want to know, is the beer good? Like, is the beer decent? Are the drinks decent? Is the food decent? That's all they care about. They don't care about none of that extra.
True.
They do not care about all that extra. Women like, oh my God, it's so warm and homey in here. Right? It's so nice. I love the ambiance. Look at how pretty the lighting is. Look at this. Look at that. Look, their uniforms are lovely. No, Jesus Christ. Dudes do not care about that. They do not care about that. They don't care about all that. Is the food good? Are the drinks good?
Yeah.
End of story.
End of story. Seriously, if I
do they play sports on the TV? Oh, that, and do they play sports up on the TV on the wall? That's what they care about.
All my husband cares about is food. Like that probably be
alcohol. Yeah, food, or if some people drinks, you know, I mean, if you're a drinker or drink a beer or whatever, that depends on the importance. Everybody's different. You know what I mean?
But
it depends on what type of place you're going to. Men and women like different types of stuff too. Like, you know what I mean? It depends on where you live in the country. Also, is a big factor in it as to what food choices you have and what kind of food you may like.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? Women, I don't know. Everybody's different. You got, like, let's say you have a first date, right? Women tend to wanna, you know, eat a damn salad and drink some water and look all like they're, you know, like watching their calories and their whatever. And dudes are just like eating a burger, eating some lunch. They don't give a crap. Like, you know, I'm gonna drink a beer. You know what? They don't give a crap about all that extra. Women feel like they need to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A first date. Men don't care about all that. They're not sitting there trying to watch their figure and their calories.
Where was your first date?
Oh God, with JJ?
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't fucking tell you.
You don't remember?
I don't goddamn remember. We hung out. We used to hang out before we ever even started dating. We used to hang out and go do shit, you know what I mean, as friends with a whole group of us. I don't really remember a first date. We just were together.
You just hung out. Yeah.
We hung out as like as friends.
Yeah.
And then he was dating a friend of mine at the time.
Get out.
Not saying names. She's not a great person.
Oh.
And whatever, things happen and stuff, and now I'm with him, and there we go. Yeah, yeah. It was not meant to be for them.
Her loss, your gain.
Well, they weren't serious anyway. It didn't matter.
Okay.
It was just, they had known each other like 30 years or whatever, and so
right.
Yeah,
well, me and my husband's first date was Cracker Barrel. We went to a Cracker Barrel.
Ooh, Cracker Barrel.
Did you ever hear of Cracker Barrel?
Oh, well, yeah, of course. I lived in Los Angeles. They have all those.
Okay. I didn't know they had them out there.
The Muse and I just hung out a bunch. We did different things. You know what I mean? We used to go just do shit. We like hung out for Halloween or something, and then I don't know, he stopped dating her. Him and I were just together, and that was the end of that. Like, we were just a couple. Like, it was never any, we were friends, then we went on a date, and then, you know what I mean? No, it was just like, we were friends, and then we were together, and that was it.
He slid into your DMs.
Yeah, okay, we'll put it. No, we used to drink beers on the block and smoke weed.
Oh, you guys just
and we just used to, a bunch of us used to hang out and shit, and then we were living at a homeless shelter on Skid Row in downtown Los Angeles. Is where I met him, and we just hung out. We're friends, and then we were just together.
Yeah,
and we've been together ever since.
I heard your story. I'm interested to hear his story one time.
Yeah. He'd be like, she's fucking crazy. She wouldn't leave me alone. She followed me home. No, just kidding. Just wrong.
Yeah.
I couldn't get rid of her. I still can't. No, just kidding.
But you
somehow we're married. We're married and living together. I don't know how the fuck she talked me into it. No, just kidding. No. Kidding.
But it works. You guys get along pretty good.
As long as we're in the opposite rooms. I'm just kidding. I'm being stupid. No, he's my best friend. We do a lot together.
Yeah.
I can't imagine, concerts without him, festivals without him. Just all the crazy adventures we've been on. We moved across country together in a goddamn truck with a U-Haul on the back with our cat. We have been on many, many adventures together, and in about 10 days, well, whenever Thanksgiving is, we started going out. Thanksgiving,
some psychological differences.
Maybe. It's been 8 years.
8 years you guys been together? That's cool.
Wow. Damn, yeah, eight
years.
We started going out around Thanksgiving of 2016. Like, holy crap. Jeez, it's been almost a decade.
Yeah.
Holy crap. Damn.
See, that's because you're not thinking about how long, and all of a sudden, it's almost a decade.
Oh, I've threatened to divorce him 500 times.
Yeah.
Still fucking here.
I'm right there with you.
All the other ones, I just divorced them.
Yeah, because they were no good. But
no, the first one was amazing. It was the second one that was evil.
Yeah.
First one I was just not meant to be married.
Psychological differences. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Girls develop right side of the brain faster than boys. Leads to talking vocabulary, whatever that means.
Okay.
Pronunciations, reading earlier, and better memory.
Oh, okay.
I'll read that again. Girls develop right side of the brain faster than boys. This leads to talking, vocabulary, pronunciation, reading earlier, better memory. Boys develop left side of the brain faster than girls. Visually, logical skills, perceptual skills, better at math, problem solving, building, and figuring out puzzles. Girls more interested in toys with faces than boys are. Play with stuffed animals and dolls more. Boys draw to blocks or anything that can be manipulated. Women use both hemispheres of the brain. Corpus callosum, and that is thicker in women. Now we have the social influences, and the studies have shown of infants, both men and women speak louder to boys than girls' infants. So men and women speak louder to boys than girl infants. Men and women speak louder to boy infants than girl infants. To the girl infant, they speak a little softer.
Yeah, isn't that kind of interesting?
That is.
I noticed that too. How people tend to be more abrupt with boys, more matter of fact, more like tougher. You know what I mean? Yell more or whatever. You know, it's more harsher. I don't know. I say harsher, but whatever. You know what I mean? And then girls were like, "Oh, how are you?
Yeah,
here." You know what I mean? Like, why is that? I always thought that was interesting. My mother, it didn't fucking matter. My mother wouldn't have cared if you were a boy, a girl, they, them. They wouldn't have cared about nothing. She would have been just like, my mother is like rough, no matter what gender you were. She did not care.
She was rough.
She was just rough. One of those type of women. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's where I get a lot of that shit from.
But that is true. I mean, I noticed it myself. But you definitely
people tend to baby girls more than they do boys when it comes to kids. You ever notice that? Like parents are just harder on boys a lot of times than they are girls. Because and you also think about it this way too, like if your boy gets a girl knocked up, it's one thing than if you have a daughter and she gets knocked up. You get you get a daughter who gets knocked up. Now you have to help raise that child or whatever the hell. A boy, they're like, oh well, you know, the girl's got to have it's the girl's problem. No, you know what I mean? Like, what?
Good luck.
What kind of double standard is that shit? Well, the boy still got to be responsible. He got the girl knocked up, so he still needs to be held accountable, not just the girl. But it is different when you're a parent.
Oh yeah.
In the aspect of like if you have a boy or a girl. I had one of each, so it's a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I got 2 boys, 1 girl. But here's something that says too. Yeah. Boys are really told they are sweet, pretty. Little doll boys are told they are a pumpkin head, or hey big head, hey big guy. Those are like phrases. Boys handle more physical and robustly than girls. Bounced around more. Girls are
rougher with them, physically
caressed and stroked more than boys. Up to age 2, mothers tend to talk to and look at their daughters significantly more than they do their sons, and make more eye contact with the daughters as well. Mothers show a wider range of emotional response to girls than boys.
Mm-hmm.
When girls showed anger, mothers' faces showed greater facial disapproval than when boys showed anger. May influence why girls grow up smiling more and more and better able to interpret emotions than boys. Fathers use command terms with boys more than girls and more than mothers gave. So basically, yeah, I've heard fathers saying, "Get up, come,"
Get over here.
Yeah.
Now, like come now, or whatever. It's more, more abrupt, quicker responses. Or girl, they'd be like, "Come here, please," or can you please come over here? It's more like it's not as abrupt and as harsh.
Yeah. Like get your butt over here.
Yeah. Now, you got to look at how a man would say to the boy and a man would say to the girl, and then what does it look like when the woman says something to the boy and the woman says something to the girl? Like, what are the differences with that too? So it's not just like who you say it to, it's who's saying it.
Yeah. Well, I think men and women speak harsher to boys. I think that's true.
Yeah.
I really do.
I think so too.
So here's something, developmental differences between boys and girls. Now here's something. Nursery rhymes, books, and cartoons perpetrate stereotypes which often promote damsel in distress, frumpy, housewife, helpless, senior citizen, sexy, heroine, and swooning cheerleader. Girls use more terms of endearment than boys. Boys get away with more aggressive, antisocial behavior in school and home than girls. Girls who act like girls are severely reprimanded. Don't cry. Don't be a sissy. That's for boys. Girls tend to talk about other people's secrets in order to bond friendships and school, wishes and needs. Boys talk about things and activities, what they are doing, who is best at the activity. Teenage girls talk about boys' clothes and weight. And see, I'm more like a boy because I never talked about people. I talked about other things other than weight or to me that's like
I grew up more like a guy. I've always been more how I say it, I've always been more dude like.
I got along better with dudes.
Tomboys. I've always gotten better. I've typically gotten along better with males, but
me too.
It depends on the woman. Well, because
I didn't like the women's like at
lot
work.
Of women,
I worked with all women.
A lot of women gossip, talk behind your back, backstabbing,
nonsense talk.
Just dumb shit. I don't understand all that extra. Like, why do you need to tear other people down to make yourself feel better? Because why do you need to tell other people's like? I don't tell other people's fucking secrets. Like, it's not my place. If that person wants to tell you, they'll fucking tell you. It's not my goddamn place to tell you shit. But I don't know. I just don't understand that. I say be a good person, help others, love one another. Why do I need to? Why are we fighting amongst each other?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, just too much competition, too much backfighting and just bullshit. Yeah. I never understood all that. My mind's always worked more like a guy's mind. Like linear, logical. I always like like Mr. Spock or Dr. Spock or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like Mr. Spock. Yeah, Mr. Spock from Star Trek. Like more like that, more regimented, linear thinking. I want to say, I don't know. I was just never liked chick stuff. I didn't even like dolls really as a kid. I liked stuffed animals. I did like stuffed animals.
Well, I was very feminine. That wasn't the thing. I just I was very feminine. I like dolls.
It was to an extent. It depends on my mood. Like sometimes I want to dress up and look really pretty and wear dresses and makeup and stuff. And then other times I don't want to do that.
Like it.
I want to be in my sweatpants and my t-shirt and not be bothered. You know what I mean? Like it just depends on my mood.
Well,
sometimes
I had better conversations with men. Like with women, like you said, it's more about talking about people and
I don't want to gossip. I don't care.
It's all nonsense, in my opinion.
Yeah, I want to talk about. Hey, Hey, what's going on right now? Like, there's this concert down at such and such a place, and like we're, like whatever. Like, I talk about things going on, like intelligent subject matters. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't care about all that extra. I never did. Yeah. Never been that person.
Because I always thought, like, okay, so if you take away the gossip, what's going to be your conversation?
That's what I'm saying. What are you going to
got
nothing else to talk about? Like you a boring motherfucker. I don't got time for all that. Like I need engaging conversation. Typically I do have better conversations with guys. I'm not saying always because you and I have great conversations, but you and I are alike.
Yeah.
And my daughter is like the two of us. So that's why it's easy. It's easy if it's a type of chick or a type of person that is more similar. Yeah. Like a lot of women, I don't, what's the word I'm looking for?
Relate.
I don't relate to them. Yeah. Because I like a Michael Kors purse or a Coach purse or I like those Ferragamo shoes or that. Like I do like big high end shit. I can't afford it, but I like to look at it. Or get knockoffs that people think are the real thing, but they're not.
Yeah, they'll never know.
They'll never know. But I mean, I like pretty things.
Yeah, I'm definitely a girly girl.
Yeah, I like being girly, and then other times I don't. I want to watch wrestling, and I want to go to a monster truck rally, or I want to go to a concert and get in a mosh pit. It depends on my mood. Every day, I'm a completely new, reinvented Jennifer, and I don't.
You're different.
It depends. I'm bipolar. I just chalk it up to being bipolar. I don't know. Sometimes I feel more feminine and like I want to do chick things, and I don't know whatever chick things look like, but I don't know. I don't really like going to the mall. I hate shopping. That's why I love Amazon. That's why I love Amazon. So I don't have to fucking go somewhere in person and pick out clothes and crap. I never liked that. I never liked shopping. I get irritated. I go to Walmart and I go shopping. I get annoyed if I'm not out of there within a short period of time. I need to be in and out. 15 minutes or less. I want to get in, get out, buy, deuces. I got my shit. I'm gone. Okay? Bye. I make lists. I literally make a list of the shit I need so I can go in, get the shit on my list, and get the fuck out. Bye.
I make a list.
I hate trying on clothes.
I make a list. I go shopping, and it's like I don't know what happens. It's like I'm in the land of what's that? Willy Wonka. Go here, go there. I don't know where 4 hours went.
That's if I go to the Dollar Tree or one of them dollar stores. I tend to go a little nutty on those ones. My daughter will go and I go in there to get, a couple of office supplies, and we're walking out with $60 worth of shit, and we're like,
I know. How'd that happen?
What? Yeah. Why? Why do I have so much crap? And then I'm just like, hey. Where did I get it out? But I need this.
True story. I had a friend who was addicted to the dollar store.
Well, it's an awesome fucking place. It's awesome. It's a dollar store. Well, nothing's ever a dollar. Even the Dollar Tree. It's like the Dollar Tree. Yeah. It's not really a dollar. It's $1.25 now. Every item is $1.25. Stop lying. It's not a dollar store. Up. The $1.25 store.
Yeah.
And now they got rid of the 99-cent stores. Those were only like California, New Mexico, Arizona, like all that whole.
I don't remember that.
No, they don't. No, you wouldn't. They're only like southwestern United States.
Okay.
Like the southern, like the over that way, like California, Arizona, New Mexico type of stuff, like over there. They all closed down. The entire thing. Oh, after like 34, almost 40 years of being in business, they just all went out of business.
Oh.
Which is horrible because they were 99, everything, well, not everything was 99 cents, but almost every single thing was 99 cents.
Yeah.
But it's 99.999, so it's really $1. It's really $1, but it's like that little hair of off the dollar.
Yeah. Well, now the nines are
now they're all gone.
A lot of nerve. They went up to 125. They got a lot of nerve.
It's evil. How dare they? How dare they? And then there's a lot of items. If you go to a lot of these places, there's a lot of items that are not $1, or even $1.25. They're like $3.99 or $2.99 or whatever else. So you always have to make sure you look at the price tags.
Definitely got to.
That's what I'm saying.
Now here's something. It says,
but that's different,
Yeah. Boys talk about. Okay, we went through that. Teenage girls talk about boys. Okay, we went through that. Teenage boys talk about sports mechanics and function of things. Age 12 to 18, biggest events for girls. Have a boyfriend. Okay, that sounds normal.
Yeah.
12 to 18, boys are especially interested in following sex, cars, and sports.
Well,
this carries into adulthood, when women talk about relationships, people, diet, clothing, physical appearance, and men talk about sports, work, money, cars, news, politics, and mechanics of things. See, all those things that men talk about. I'll read it again. Men talk about sports, work, money, cars, news, politics, and the mechanics of things. Now, I talk about.
I think I'm a man. I think I'm a dude.
Yeah.
I talk about all those subject matters.
Yeah.
I'm starting to wonder what's up with that. I think it's a lot of it too, though, is that my dad wanted a boy.
Oh.
So I spent all those years like trying to get my dad's approval. So I did a lot of the guy things. I helped him work on cars. I helped him put up the fence around our property. I helped him with like guy stuff. And then so I got older, and then I had, I helped husband number one. We also went hunting
Oh,
I've killed things bigger than a human and ate them all. Oh yeah, 3 deer, a moose, and a bear.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I've done things that most men haven't even done, like kill things. And I don't mean a bug. I don't mean a fucking spider. I mean kill something.
Wow. With a gun?
Yeah.
With a gun? Wow.
Yeah. I used to go fishing too, so I used to be self-sufficient with fishing and shit too. I've even done smelting. Oh my god, those are evil.
What the hell is that?
They're tiny little fucking like skinny, like tiny little fish. They're not that huge. They're kind of like kind of ish like that. And they're called smelts, and they only run like once a year. And where they just like, it's like the, how you want to say, like salmon when they go to spawn or something. It's like these fucking fish like run, they just fucking swim upstream or whatever it is, downstream, whatever the hell it is, like once a year. It's always in the goddamn February. I'm like, are you serious? Like, it's this cold out? I didn't even think it was anything out there. You like a certain time of the year, maybe it was March. I don't know. It was still cold outside though. That's all I remember. and we had to go out there with this friggin' huge ass, like a net, and it had like tiny little holes versus the big holes like a normal net would have, because the fish were so small. You don't want the fish to swim through the holes, so you have to have the net with the tiny little holes that they can't get through. So when you go and scoop them all up, you put your net down in the water and let them all like go into the net, and you just pick it up. Crazy.
And then what do you do with them?
We'd take him home, and his mom would gut him, and then put them in batter or whatever, make like flour and stuff, and make coat them, and then she'd fry them in the frying pan.
How did it taste?
I don't know. I don't do seafood. I just catch the damn things.
Yeah,
I was part of the family. You know what I mean? All the women in his family were hunters and fishers. Every one of them.
In your dad's family?
Every one of them. My first husband, yeah. That whole thing. They were all like that. Hunters, fishermen, like they're big into that.
Yeah. So values and self-esteem as adults. Values and self-esteem as adults. Men. A man's sense of self is defined through his ability to achieve results, through success and accomplishments.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That does, right? Achieve goals. And
house, car,
competition.
Competition. Yeah, very competitive.
And feel good about himself. To feel good about himself, men must achieve goals by themselves. For men, doing things by themselves is a symbol of efficiency, power, and competence. In general, men are more interested in objects and things rather than people and feelings. That's true. Men rarely talk about their problems unless they are seeking expert advice, asking for help. When you can do something yourself is a sign. When you can't do something yourself, they feel it's a sign of weakness.
Yeah, right. Because of society pounding that into a man.
Like they can't cry, stuff like that.
You're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to be emotional. You're not allowed to have feelings or show any kind of weakness of any kind, emotionally or physically.
Yeah.
That's why you tend not to gripe about their physical pain, too.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, it takes them longer to go to a doctor, you know what I mean, typically than a woman. Right. Women see there's an issue or a problem, they want to address it right away. Men will let it fester and keep going and won't say nothing.
Well, that's why I have to always
ask society has put that into their heads.
I always ask him, "Are you all right?" Because he doesn't complain about stuff like that. It's like, if you got a headache, tell somebody you got a headache.
Or go take some goddamn medicine to take away the headache.
No, he won't say anything. I always have to ask him.
But like, did you take any? He'll be like, "Oh yeah," and I'm like, "Did you take something for it?" No. Well,
it's not that bad. What?
Yeah, they always have that bad. Well, what?
Yeah. It says men are more aggressive than women, more
typically
combative, and territorial. Men's self-esteem is more career-related. Men feel devastated by failure and financial setbacks. They tend to obsess about money much more than women.
Okay.
Men hate to ask for information because it shows they are a failure. Now, here's something. If you and your husband get lost, will he refuse to ask for directions?
Oh, hell no. JJ will get he'll ask for directions. He's not a stubborn asshole.
Not this one.
He's got a brain. No, he'll be like, oh damn, I don't know where the hell I am. Let's find it for me, and then we'll find it on the map, and then I'll route it through GPS or whatever we got to do. Like he does not have a problem. He will stop at a store and ask where something is. He does not. I don't have any issues with him in that aspect.
This guy will not ask. Thank God for GPS. Because GPS, you should never really get lost anymore.
GPS.
Yeah, you should never really get lost anymore. But I'm talking times when things aren't working.
Yeah,
he's not asking nobody for jack. We might end up in Africa.
Oh damn!
You don't know.
That's too funny.
He's not going to ask. That's for sure.
He's not going to
ask. Pull over, let's ask. No, I got it.
Oh my Lord. Stop being so stubborn.
It's funny. So here's with women now. It says women value love. Oh man, that is so true. Communication, beauty, and relationships. Very true. A woman's sense of self is defined through their feelings and the quality of their relationships. True. Very true.
Yeah.
They spend much more time supporting, nurturing, and helping each other. They experience fulfillment through sharing and relating. Personal expression in clothes and feelings is very important. Communication is important. Taking, sharing, and relating is how a woman feels good about herself. You ever see somebody and it's like, you look like a slob? It's like, how did you put yourself together? You ever see somebody like that? It's like, what woman looks like that?
Obviously, you've never been to Maine.
Oh, really? They don't care about how they look?
I'm not saying every woman. I'm just saying there's quite a few here that don't wear any makeup of any kind. A lot of women here do not wear makeup. I'm not shitting you. A lot of women here do not wear makeup. They look all astounded when they see me at the store, and I've got the eyelashes with the big makeup, and I just do the eyeliner. It's not like I do any extra crap. I just,
I call that taking care of yourself, right?
I'm sorry. I'm vain. Partially. I'm not like massively like horrible, but
I call that taking care of yourself.
It depends on like the day, and am I at the store? Am I just going to the grocery store or the Dollar Tree, or am I at work?
Yeah.
Now there's times when I don't look bad with makeup. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's that big a deal. But like sometimes I don't want to put on eyeliner and eyelashes. I just want to go to the Dollar Tree and grab something and go home. But I still brush my hair. I still brush my teeth. I still put on deodorant. I still look presentable. But maybe I'm wearing a jeans and a t-shirt versus like dressier. You know what I mean? Like it depends on what I'm doing. Typically, if I'm just going to the store, if it's the summertime, I'm just wearing shorts and a t-shirt and flip-flops. Or if it's during the winter, I'm wearing pants, just jeans, a t-shirt, my jacket, my shoes and my socks, and that's it. I'm not like all extra and stuff. I have to be perfect. But yeah, I still brush my hair. I still look presentable. I just don't have makeup on. That's it. Yeah, but I don't look bad. I don't look bad without makeup. So
yeah.
But I at least still take care of myself. I still do something. I'm not like
and
just.
Here's here's something else women do. They got on an outfit, right? You're like, you're thinking to yourself, you can't fit in that.
Oh God, yeah. I've seen chicks out in Los Angeles, even here in Maine.
A sausage.
I'm a bigger woman. Yeah. I know a lot of people don't like use the word fat. Oh my God, whatever. You're fat shaming me. Okay, yeah. I am overweight. I'll put it in a nice way. And so you know I would never. Right? I'm a big chick. I already know that. I would never, but I'm also 5'9". I'm not some tiny little woman. I would never in a million years wear a shirt that was too small for me. I would never in a million years wear something where my gut was sticking out or my ass cheeks were hanging out.
You know your limitations, right?
Dude, well, number one, I'm a heavier set person. I'm not gonna wear some tight ass shorts, tight pants, tight shirt. I'm not gonna be doing all that because it doesn't look very flattering. Because it's like you're trying to stuff a sausage into a casing that's too small.
Me and my sister-in-law was talking about that. Yeah,
it's just like why do people do that? Dude, no, why? I'm not body shaming anybody by any means.
It's just looking at me.
I'm not saying that. If you feel if that's how you want to dress, then go for it. That's not my place to tell you as a bigger chick to dress with loose clothing on or something. I just don't like. I don't want to wear tight clothes anyway because number one, it's very constricting. And it's not comfortable for me. I don't understand why anyone likes tight ass clothes anyway. But I was also that girl in high school who was so fucking skinny. Like I was skinny as fuck until I was 25. I was skinny. Like all through high school, I'm like 130, 135 pounds. I was tiny
twice in my life. That's it.
I was tiny at tiny as hell until I was 25. I think I weighed at most 155 or something before the age of 25. Typically, though, in high school, I was always like 130, 135. I was skinny as hell. My mother used to call me the white Ethiopian when I was a kid. I was like really skinny. So I had my dad's metabolic rate. I had my dad's metabolism till I was 25. And then I had my son, and then I immediately got my mother's metabolism, and it all went to shit. And then I got heavy, and then my mom they're heavier people. I was always skinny like my dad. Even to this day, my dad is skinny as hell. He's tall. He's 6'2". He weighs maybe like 175 pounds. He's a small man. I mean, skinny wise, like he's really tall. He's 6'2". He's a tall man, but he's really thin. So he's always been that way. And my aunts were that way. Their whole side, but my mom's side, they're all bigger. Yeah, I'm not saying everybody on my mom's side is bigger. I'm just saying a lot of them are, and so heavier set. So like, I went from having my dad's metabolism to having my mom's metabolism, and it effing sucks because. I don't know. And here, when you live in places like Maine too, it's a lot of like bread and potatoes and pizza and that's what I'm saying. It's like meat and potatoes. It's pizza. It's hoagies and it's sub sandwiches. It's like you know what I mean, like calzones and like we eat a lot of like Italian. We eat a lot of like that type of stuff. It's more like filling, like, but it's also rich and heavy and can, if you're not exercising regularly, it can cause you to be bigger. That's why we have a high obesity rate in the state of Maine.
Get out.
Unfortunately. But most of the year here, you can't get any exercise. Yeah. You're like half of the, 6 months of the year, you can't get any exercise. Let's go to Planet Fitness.
I got 6 sisters and one passed away, but I got 6 sisters, and I'm the only one that has my mother's body, and she had the hips and the butt. They all got the flat butt.
Sweetie, I would rather have the hips in the butt than have a flat ass and no hips and nothing there. I look like a stick.
A flat ass, but
it's
the
like
hips are a little too much.
I look like a plank.
But hey, my husband likes it because the one time I told him, hey, I lost a couple pounds, and he said, "You're not gonna lose your butt, are you?" I'm like, that ain't happening. Not even if I wanted to.
I always ask my husband, how do you have no ass? You're a black man. You're a black man with no ass. Oh my God, that's just wrong. I'll give him some of mine. I'm gonna siphon it off of my fat ass and put it into his, and then he'll be all set. And then he'll be all set.
I tell my sisters that they be like tapping my butt. Oh, I love your butt. I go, I can give you some.
You can have some of mine. Here you go. Yeah. Reverse liposuction. Here you go.
Poor things. They
take it out of me, put it into you. I need you. Yeah, I don't think liposuction could do wonders for this. I just need to get into it. I need to stop eating all the breads. It's hard when you grew up that way. It's hard to like reprogram your brain and not eat like that. I love salads though. I really love salads. I love chicken. I love fruits, vegetables, all that stuff. I have no problem with that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I love that stuff. And so I just need to be eating that most of the time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I got to stop all the breads are what's killing me. Breads and pastas and things like that. Like, try to limit that more.
Now, talking about men and women, now you got a guy, he could probably eat that same food. It probably won't affect him.
He said he's completely changed his diet. I need to be on his page because he exercises quite a bit, a million times more than I do. And he also, he's been eating really healthy over the last couple months or so.
Yeah.
So he's doing really, I think he's lost weight. He looks like he's lost weight.
Yeah. Well, my problem is butter. I love butter, and I love goodies.
I love butter. Yes,
butter and goodies.
I'm not really huge on sweets.
Ice cream.
I don't really. It depends. Very rarely do I eat sweets. I don't really eat a lot of like chocolate. I don't eat a lot of sweets and things like that. Once in a while, I will crave something sweet, but it's very rare. It's mostly just breads and pastas.
Yeah, I can't go without sweets.
Oh, okay. I like chips. I'm not talking about chips, crackers. Me, it's like chips and crackers, like things like that. Like that's I gotta stop all that.
Yeah. Mine is cakes, ice cream. Donuts, cookies.
That's only once in a great while that I crave that type of stuff.
Every day. Yesterday I had 4 peanut butter cookies. I'm like, what am I doing?
You're trying to maintain that butt that your husband loves.
Yeah. My husband's like, you ate all the cookies?
But I thought, husband, you didn't want her to lose that butt.
Right.
You got to eat them cookies to keep that butt.
That's for real.
Don't be judging.
That is true. You got to have some kind of sugar or fat or something.
Keep on the butt, but then like how much is too much and how little is too little, and then
Well, I've been the same size ever since I was 18. Like I said, I was.
That's amazing. God, I wish I was like that.
Twice in my life. I was only skinny twice in my life.
You don't really strike me as that big of a person. You know what I mean? I mean, you're 4'11". I know you're short, but I mean, like, structure wise, I don't see you as being that big of a person. No. Maybe you have a little bit of like, you have a figure. That's all.
Yeah.
You have a normal figure for someone your height and size, you know?
Yeah, it's the hips.
In other words, you're not heavy. You're not.
No.
You're not. You know what I mean? You're normal. Your normal size for yourself, for your body type.
From my size, it looks all right. I mean, I'm not a beauty queen, but
you're gorgeous. Shut up. You'll be all right.
But I, since I was 18, and it's like,
that's amazing.
What am
Congratulations. That's wonderful.
Nothing I could do. Like I said,
no, but that means you're the perfect the way you are.
Yeah, well,
you got the hips and curves that your siblings did not. So no, but it's better in my opinion. I would rather be curvy than be a stick figure.
Yeah, I don't want to be a stick figure. No, definitely.
That's what I'm saying. Why,
No.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. What am I gonna do? And I told you I was skinny twice in my life. I was 100 pounds. And that was because I had 3 jobs and I didn't eat.
Oh yeah, I got you.
I didn't have time to eat.
I got you.
You ever hear that? I mean, seriously.
No, yeah. Well, I wish. Every time I always worked in the food industry, that was the problem. So I'm like running around. I'm trying to raise my children, and I'm working in fast food. So that's not really good. That's not really good.
No.
Not every job I worked was doing that, but I mean, just like And then I wasn't really getting any exercise.
Yeah.
I guess I don't know.
Yeah.
I just have horrible metabolism. That's all I know.
Well, when you get older, people say the older you
get, that goes to shit too.
Yeah.
So that means I need to be exercising 10 times more.
Well, is your job sitting? Is your job sitting?
Yeah, unfortunately, I get more. I at least move around more at this job than I did the one before, though, because. Like a Spectrum Mobile customer service and billing, you're just sitting in a seat all day, taking calls.
Oh boy!
At least this job, I get up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm walking. I'm moving more.
You're gonna notice the difference.
Yeah, I already have.
Yeah,
I already noticed I've lost some weight, so that's good.
Yeah.
But I just need to change my mindset in how I eat and stuff. Like I need to be eating better foods. I need to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, practice makes perfect.
Yes, very true. I need to be taking a page out of his book.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think we can wrap it up for the evening.
We can
always revisit this, but I think we've touched on a lot of really good points. You did discuss brain structure, differences between men and women when it comes to how our brains are,
wired differently.
And how these different areas of the brain influence or affect different things when it comes to problem solving, emotions, cognition, other stuff like that. And then we also talked about the hormonal influences or differences between men and women, such like testosterone and estrogen, how they shape our physical traits and behaviors and mood.
Values, self-esteem.
Yeah, we talked about all those different things. And then especially we talked about pain and and stuff like that, and how women and men handle pain differently, emotional as well as physical.
Developmental.
We talked about muscle mass and other stuff like that, like size wise and strength wise and stuff like that. We also talked about some biological differences between men and women, and then we talked about behavior and cognition and how we handle different things. So I think we touched upon all the major key points.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
And it's called I need to go work on other things too. So
Yeah,
but
I think we should go over this some more for our
we
next
could we
show.
could we could continue this subject next
Yeah, because there's a
Thursday.
lot of aspects to it.
That's what I'm saying. So next Thursday we could continue on with this same subject and maybe like touch upon the things we kind of did and then continue on, because this is like one of those types of subjects that I think would take maybe a couple episodes to fully,
Yeah,
hit upon everything.
definitely, because there's conflict differences, how we handle
Oh yeah.
conflicts. There's a
Oh
whole
yeah.
array of other
Yeah.
aspects of it that
Exactly. Between
we're
biological
kinda
and social differences between men and women.
yeah,
Yeah.
I
I
didn't know
agree.
some of these things. So,
There is a lot, and we can talk more about statistics and some other things as well next episode. So I think we will definitely continue on with this subject. So
and I
we've been
think
talking
that
about biological versus social differences
yeah,
uh, between men and women and how we're different biologically and even in social atmospheres.
and I
So
think there might be women out there that might be saying, "Oh, well, that's not really important." Well, it is, because if you know
mhm,
how to deal with your husband or boyfriend or son,
mhm, mhm.
you can have a better outcome of that
Yes, and
relationship.
better conversations,
Definitely.
better solutions to different things. So I agree, and we can
Right.
definitely talk about that next week. And don't forget to go check out our sponsor, Dubby Energy. Go to
W energy.
du yeah, go to dubby.gg. Again, that's Dubby, dubby.gg to order your energy drinks today. They're amazing, incredible, all natural, got lots of vitamins in them. Go check them out. And again, that's dubby.gg. And you
You got
go
some really
type
good
in,
flavors too.
yes, and type in Get Real Global TV to get your 10% discount off your
Mhm.
next purchase. So again, that's
Yep.
Get Real Global TV to get your 10% discount off at Dubby Energy. That's Dubby.gg. Go to their website, check it out, see what you think. They have an assortment pack that you can try, just different flavors, see which ones you like. Most of them, they do have a couple of canned energy drinks, and then a lot of their other stuff is stuff that you just mix into water.
Yes.
So, depends on which route you want to go. They have some like tubs of stuff, like tubs of the energy drink flavorings and stuff. So go check it out. See
Yeah.
what you think. Again, that's w.gg to type in Get Real Global TV to get your 10% discount off your next purchase today. All
And
right.
come back and check us out again, and try to
Yes.
subscribe and like and
Yes,
follow.
please. Yes, please make sure you always like, subscribe, share, and follow.
Yes.
Make sure that on our YouTube channel and our Twitch and our TikTok and all that, just make
And
sure you
Jennifer has a
subscribe.
lot of different shows, not just this one. So check them out
Yes,
too.
check us out on our different shows. Let's see, we've got Thursday nights is the Venus and Mars show with myself and China Myers and with Samantha Bailey. And then we have other people that chime in occasionally on the show. We're
Mhm,
always looking, for guys who want to be involved so we
mhm.
can get like the male perspective of things as well.
Definitely.
And then we also have on Friday nights we have Wicked Entertaining. That is on Friday nights. Let's see. So Thursday nights is Venus and Mars show. That's 8 p.m. Eastern time, 5 p.m. Pacific time. If you go on Friday nights, it's Wicked Entertaining, and that's where we interview people from the world of entertainment from around the world. It could be an author, could be an artist, it could be an actor, it could be a band, a celebrity. You just never know. Every week is a little bit different in what we have to offer for Wicked Entertaining. That one you can find us at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. That's 6 p.m. Pacific. We're on Rock Rage Radio for that one. as well as all the other things. Well, like I said, we are distributed by Sony Music Entertainment, Sony Music Publishing, and The Orchard by Sony, as well as 50/50 Global Music Incorporated. Let's see. This Friday, tomorrow night, November 15th, we have the amazing band Carry On will be with us.
Cool.
My buddy Mark Prudhoe. I love that dude. He's the lead singer. Check us out tomorrow night. Carry On will be on. And then I'm supposed to have Saturday on our other show, Fear and Fascination, Horror, Sci-Fi, and Fantasy Unleashed. Mm-hmm. That's on Saturdays at 7 p.m. Eastern, which is 4 p.m. Pacific. And that's, we're supposed to have Kadrolsha Ona Carol, which is Queen of the Paranormal. Hopefully we do not have to reschedule her again. She tends to have paranormal issues with her video shit. Also, next Friday, November 22nd, we have the Tragic Radicals in the house. Friday, November 29th, we got Jeff Gold. And then we've got some other bands coming on in December. So that's wicked entertaining. And then Saturdays, we have the horror, sci-fi, and fantasy stuff. So check us out. And pretty soon we'll be launching our 4th podcast called Gagging for More, which is where we're going to interview drag artists from around the world.
Oh, okay.
But come back tomorrow night and join us with the band Carry On as we talk to them about their music, play some of their music videos, stuff like that. Talk about their upcoming concerts and other stuff that they got going on. So come on back tomorrow night. Get Real Global TV on YouTube and Twitch. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel, please. And like our, videos, share them. All, support is very greatly appreciated. We appreciate everybody. And we also want to thank everybody for watching this evening's. For this evening, we really appreciate you for just watching the show. And like I said, please subscribe to our channels. We're trying to get our numbers up. And also go follow us on social media. And you can also check it out on Linktree. You just type in @JenniferDevoeMuse. That's JenniferDevoemuse. And you can find all our social media and website links. You go to our website, getrealglobal.com. And we also have my other website, delightfuldiscoveries.com. That's DELITEFUL. So delightful spelled different. I like it. DELITEFUL. Discoveries. So delightfuldiscoveries.com. Go check us out. I'll throw you. Well, once we get this going on with some products up there, you can always say Get Real Global TV and get a 10% discount off there too. I'm down for that. And we will see you tomorrow night on Wicked Entertaining. And we'll be back next Thursday with Venus and Mars show. And we'll be talking more about the biological differences and social differences between women and men and how everything plays out in society. And
gonna be another great show, guys.
Yes, exactly. Thank you guys for watching. We appreciate you, and we'll see you next time on Get Real Global TV.
Peace out.